Good morning. In today's lesson, lesson 1.4, page 17, we will be working on mental math strategies for addition. And our essential question for today is, what mental math strategies can you use to find the sums? And so, to unlock the problem, the table shows how many musicians are in each section of a symphony orchestra. How many musicians play either string or woodwind instruments? So again, the title of our table is Orchestra Musicians. Orchestra Musicians. We have the brass section, and there are 12 students or musicians. Percussion, there are 13. The string section, there are 57. And in the woodwind section, there are 15 musicians. So it says, what is one way we can add the string and woodwind instruments? 57 plus 15 more. Well, one way is to use a number line and to count on to the nearest 10 and count by tens and ones. And so we're going to start with the larger add-in, 57. And so we're going to count on to the next 10. 60 is the closest 10 to 57. So that would take me 1, 2, 3 jumps to get to 60. And then it's saying up here, so I have to add 15. So 3 plus what gives me 15? Well, now I know I can count by 10 to get to 70. 60 plus 10 is 70. 10 and 3 is 13. So that means I have 2 more jumps left to get to 15. So 71, 72. So there are 72 musicians in those two sections. Another way, we could just start off by counting by 10 and then add 5 ones. So from 57, we just add 10, that would give us 67. And then we count on 5, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. So either way, we wind up with 72 musicians. Find 43 plus 28, draw jumps, and label the number line to show your thinking. So again, start with the larger number line. Count on by either tens and ones, or count by ones to get to the nearest 10. So if I counted to get to the nearest 10, I would have to take 7 jumps. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So 47 plus 50. So 7 plus what is 28? I know that plus 10 more would get me to 60. 10 plus 7 is 17, so I can do another 10. Now I'm at 27 and add 1 more jump, so 71. We could have also done 43 plus 10. That would have got us to 53. 53 plus 10, 63. And then count on the final 8, which would have stopped us at 871. Okay, continue on to page 18. Okay, we can also use compatible numbers to find 178 plus 227. And in this method, we would use the method called break apart. Break apart the add-ins to make them compatible. And in this case, it's saying think 178. Well, 178 is 175 plus 3. 227 is 225 plus 2. So what we did was we broke 227 into two different numbers, and 178 we broke into 2 different numbers. And so now we can find the sums. 175 plus 225. Those are compatible numbers. 10, 10, 4, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So then, step 3, we put the partial sums together, and we'd wind up with 405. We can also use friendly numbers and adjust. So in this case, we're going to make one of them into a number that ends in 0, because numbers that end in 0 are going to be easier to add mentally. So if we add 2 to 38, that makes that 40. But since we added 2 to 48, to 38, you have to subtract 2 from 56. So if we subtract 2 from 56, that leaves us at 54. Now put those two numbers together, two add-ins together, and that gives us 94 that we can easily do in our head. Okay, number 1. Count by tens and ones to find 63 plus 27. Draw jumps and label the number line to show your thinking. So if we start at 63 and we jump by 10 this time, 63 plus 10, that's going to put us at 73. I can jump another 10, that will put me at 83, and that's 20. Now I'm going to jump 5, and that puts me at 88. 10, 20, 25, I have to jump 2 more to get 27. And 88 plus 2 is 90. Okay, let's continue on to page 19. Use compatible numbers to find 26 plus 53. And here they're saying, let's think of 26 as 25 plus 1 and 53 as 50 plus 3. So in that case, 50 and 25, 75 plus 4. Put those together, we get 79. Now count by tens and ones to find the sum. Use the number line to show your thinking. Start with the larger added, 34. And this time I'm going to count to the next 10. So 34 plus 6 is 40. Now I'm going to add 10 to that. That puts me at 50. 10 and 6 is 16. I have to do 2 more jumps to get to 18. Not 2 more jumps, a jump of 2. So 50 plus 2 is 52. Again, we want to start with the larger add-in. So I'm going to start with 49. I'm going to quickly jump 1 to get to the nearest 10. And then I'm going to jump 10 more to get to 60. I'm at 11. Jump 10 more to get to 70. That's 10, 20, 21. I have to add 22. So now I have a jump of 1 more. So 71. Use mental math to find the sum. Draw or describe the strategy you use. 116 plus 103. Well, that could be 100 plus 16, 200 plus 3. Add those together, we get 319. And what we did there was compatible numbers. That's just one strategy. You could have jumped on by using the number line and jumped ones, tens, and hundreds. 18 plus 57. I think we could use friendly numbers here. And if I add 2 to 18, that gives me 20. But since I added 2 to the 18, I have to subtract 2 from 57. And now just add those together, and we get 75. So friendly numbers and adjust. Number 7, explain a method. On Friday, 376 people attended the school concert. On Saturday, 427 people attended. Explain how you can use mental math to find how many people attended the concert. Okay, so in this one, I see that 376 is close to 375. So I'm going to go 375 plus 1. And 427 is close to 425 plus 2. These numbers right there are compatible numbers. We should realize that 3/4 plus another quarter is 100. So 100, 400, 800 plus 3. So 803 people attended the concert. And so what method did I use there? I used compatible numbers. So 803, I used compatible numbers, had 375 was 425 mentally, and then added the 3 I broke apart. Number 8. There are 14 more girls than boys in the school orchestra. There are 19 boys. How many students are in the school orchestra? So it doesn't say how many girls are in the orchestra. It doesn't tell me how many boys. It doesn't ask me how many boys. It wants to know how many students. So first thing I know is that there are 19 boys, and there are 14 more girls than boys. So this will give me how many girls. So I'm going to use friendly numbers here. I'm going to go 19 plus 1 is 20. And since I added 1 to 19, I'm going to subtract 1 from 14. So that gives me 33. So there are 33 girls in the school orchestra. And we know that there are 19 boys. So again, I'm going to use the add friendly numbers and adjust. I'm going to add 1 to the boys to give them 20. And because I added 1 to the boys, I'm going to subtract 1 from the girls. So there are 52 students in the school orchestra. So again, let's review what we did. First, we had to find out how many total girls there are, and we know that there are 14 more girls. So for the first thing I did was I changed 19 to 20 using a friendly number, and then I adjusted with the other add-in by subtracting 1 because I added 1 to the 19. 20 plus 13 was easy to do in my head. That gave me 33. And then we put that back together and we have 33 girls plus the 19 boys. I again used the friendly numbers and adjust method. I added 1 to the boys to give me 20. And because I added 1 to the boys, I subtracted 1 from the total of the girls. And 20 plus 32 is 52. Okay, let's move on to page 20. Okay, use the table for questions 9 through 12. How many girls attended school on Monday and Tuesday? How many girls Monday, Tuesday? So I see at this table it says Harrison school attendance and the days are listed. I see this column is boys and this column is girls. Well, my question said girls Monday and Tuesday. So there were 104 girls on Monday and 96 girls on Tuesday. So what is the sum of those two numbers? Well, if I add 4 to 96, that would give me 100. If I adjust and take away 4 from the 104, that gives me 100. 100 plus 100 is 200. So there were 200 girls in attendance on those 2 days. What's the question? The answer is 201 students. So 201 students. In my head, I'm going to see if I can find something that would end in a 1. 4 and 2 is 6. 1 and 6 is 7. 5 and 3 is 8. 9 and 2 is 11. So that's a good clue right there. 7 and 3 is 10. So how many students attended on Thursday? How many students attended school on Tuesday and Wednesday? Explain how you can find your answer. Tuesday and Thursday. And how many students? So I want both columns. So on Tuesday, we have 101 plus 96. And on Wednesday, there were 105 plus 93. Now these already are numbers that we can easily mentally add. 96 and one more is just 97. So 197 on Tuesday. 93 and 5 more is just 98. So 198. Now, I think it would be easiest to just use friendly numbers in this case. So I'm going to change 198 to 200 by adding 2. Because I added 2 to 198, I need to subtract 2 from 197. And that gives us these two nice numbers that we can add easily in our head. 200 plus 195 more is 395 students. On which day did the most students attend school? Well, when I look at this chart, the biggest number any day is Wednesday, when there was 105 students. 105 plus 93 is 198. Monday, 196. Tuesday, 197, because 96 plus 1 more is 97. Thursday, we already know is 201. And Friday, 97 and 3 more is 100, is 200. So Thursday. On Monday, 46 boys and 38 girls bought lunch at school. How many students bought lunch? Explain one way to solve the problem. So one way is I could use a number line. Start with the larger add-in of 46. I would jump by 4 to get to the next 10. And then I would add 10 more and keep adding 10s until I get 10s and 1s until I get to 38. 14, 24, 34, plus 4. Okay, so now 60 plus 10 is 70. 70 plus 10 is 80. 80 plus 4, 84. So all we did was use a number line to add 1s and 10s. Okay, so that was it for lesson 1.4. You will now work on Go Math in your online work. If you have any questions, come and ask me. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning and as we do lesson 1.5.